Hi. So today at the Clark property, we deadheaded these little plants over in this bed, fluffed it up, pulled any weeds. We trimmed every single bush that was in their front yard. So we trimmed this one, just kind of shaped it up a little bit, got all of the long pieces off of the top, got weeds and leaves out of all the front beds, and did that all the way down. Trimmed this up a little bit. This bed over here was full of leaves, so I cleaned that up. Cleaned up this little rock wall, any weed that was in the cracks, and fluffed up this whole area. Shaped these three up a little bit more. Got the weeds from this. Picked a lot of pine needles out of this bed. Obviously couldn't get all of them, but fluffed it up. We shaped this bush. Yeah, these three were hanging on the sidewalk, so that was definitely cut back quite a bit. Everything over here was fluffed up. We pulled a few weeds that were in the cracks of their driveway. Shaped this guy and shaped these two. Got any weeds in the bed and fluffed up the soil. These two beds over here were full of grass, so we picked that up and fluffed up both beds. Over here on the rock wall, we tried our best to get a lot of the weeds out of the cracks, and there was a lot of soil that was kind of built up between these gaps that we spread out a little bit more. Just kind of cleaned it up, scraped some of it off of the rock, cleaned up this bed. There was a big pile of dirt right here, so we raked it through this whole bed. Nothing, we couldn't really do much about this. Cleaned up a few of the dead branches that were touching the ground, but we mostly just left it as is. Over here, we shaped this guy, and there were a lot of dead branches under this that we got. Deadheaded this and cleaned it up quite a bit. Got the long pieces from the top of this, and then the ivy was going crazy, so we cut that back. Same over here, cut back the ivy, trimmed the bushes, just shaped them up. Did that all the way down. Over here, just cleaned up this bed, raked it, got this whole wall with all the weeds that were in the cracks, cleaned up their plants that are inside of the wall, and then got all the leaves that were up in this top bed and raked it. Something for next time is to get this entire top bed. We really just did the two visible spots because we were losing time, so we did this whole area, and then we did this little area. Just picked up the leaves and raked it, and then we did this little island. Got all the leaves that were inside of the fountain, cleaned up the grasses, raked it, trimmed up the ivy. And I think, yeah, that's everything that we did today.